exactement. Enfin, moi, c'est important, c'est cette découverte qui It's an installation in 3 parts. So we have a newspaper from the 5 March 1982, which piece of paper announced by pure coincidence the 2 deaths of 2 writers, one French, Georges Perec, famous French writer who used to play with grammatical structure, and the second writer is Philippe Cadic. And it was for me the start, the beginning to write a book by my own, but using the text of Les Choses by Georges Perec and changing the story with a story I took from Philippe Cadic, the man of the High Castle. So the newspaper is presented in the show in a frame, and we can see both sides, recto verso of the newspaper, and the 2 portraits of the writers mixed with the light. So it's really basically the beginning of my idea and the start for the book. And we can see here the book called Germania, une histoire des années 70. Perec wrote a book about a young couple during the 60s, and here we have a young couple, SS, during the 70s, but in a victorious Nazi empire. So we call this kind of story a new chronia. So the story takes place in the new Berlin. The Berlin never exists, this Berlin never exists, and it was imagined by Albert Speer, the architect of Adolf Hitler. And we still have some witness, something in Berlin right now. Albert Speer built a huge piece of concrete to test, to probe the soil of Berlin, because it was an ancient swamp, and so it's really sandy, it's a sandy soil, so really fragile. And he built this huge concrete piece, and just to see if the mass, the structures will go down in the soil. And so I show as well in the exhibition a model 1/35 scale of this big, huge piece of concrete.